Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. In this video, I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. This is actually a sequel to a video that I did earlier that was about me trying to save a cute robot girl in a post-apocalyptic world. That episode ended by me getting the cute robot girl to the factory where she was built and trying to command her to hide in the factory. But as soon as we got there, we heard a loud noise, and it seemed like some conflict was building up. So one of the fans of the series, shout out to Volt, said that it would be cool if we continued where that left off to see what the conflict in the factory would be. So I have a 30-minute timer set. I'm going to start the timer, and we're just going to play until the timer ends. The goal is going to be to resolve the conflict and to make sure that the robot girl is safe, and then, that's pretty much all we're really trying to do. So let's see how soon we'll be able to accomplish that goal. The timer is now started, and now I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to double check to make sure that we are recording. We are. So let's jump right in. You command the gynoid to find a place to hide inside the factory. I will find a place to hide, sir, she says. You try to find the opening to the factory, but stop as you hear a loud noise. Quick, sir, we have to hide, your female companion yells in a worried voice. You shush your companion. Well, you shush the gynoid. You know that yelling is the worst possible thing to do when needing to hide. You look around for somewhere to hide outside of the factory. You hope that maybe you can find a cellar door. Yeah, if we can hide in the cellar, it might be possible that the cellar then connects to the rest of the factory, so we can enter in a discreet way. You decide to walk back home. What? No, that's not what I'm about to do. Not right now, at least. Let's see. You see a broken down car near the barbed wire fence. You quietly walk over to it. Come on, your companion whispers loudly as she runs over to the car. Okay. You try to quietly sneak into the car with the gynoid. We still don't know what made the loud noise that we're currently trying to hide from. Also, it sucks that we found a car now when we couldn't find one earlier. The car door squeaks loudly as you try to open it. I told you to be quiet, she whispers angrily. You try to open the car door again, but it still squeaks. Well, try harder, she says, a bit annoyed. When did she say to be quiet? She never said to be quiet. I'm gonna replace that with you groan. You try to open the car door again, but it still squeaks. The gynoid looks at you with a worried expression. It doesn't seem like this old car is actually a good place to hide. Let's continue inside of the factory. Let's continue to try and get inside of the factory. We don't even know if the noise we heard was dangerous. It could have been a rat or something. You decide that there's no reason to be so scared. A sound is a sound, and nothing more. Until you see an enemy, you feel like there's no real reason to panic. Let's see, the gynoid nods quietly. You continue to walk around the fence until you find a small hole in it. We were already inside of the fence, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to retry that. Let's see. Very well, sir, she says as she walks toward the barbed wire fence. We're already in the factory. I mean, like, we're not in the factory. We're just past the fence, but let's go into the factory. I'm going to retry it again. Okay, sir, your companion says. You continue to look around at the perimeter of the factory, but you don't see anything that could be a door. We need to find a place to hide before something shows up, your female companion says nervously. You look at the building to see if there are cracks in the wall that you could use to climb into a window. You wonder why a factory would have no doors. That does seem really bizarre. The factory is a huge blocky gray concrete building with few windows. The few windows you could try to enter are too high up and would require climbing on something before you could reach them. Okay. I wonder. You ask the gynoid if she can jump high. That seems oddly phrased, but that is one I want to know. Like, can she jump high or not? You point at the gray concrete wall. Can you try jumping up there, you ask? I can try, your companion answers. The gynoid tries to jump up and grab the top of the wall, but she misses it by quite a bit, almost falling down. Ooh, okay. Attempt to catch the falling gynoid. The whole reason I'm trying to get her in the factory is to try and like keep her safe. So I don't want her falling and eating shit or something. You try to catch your companion, but the gynoid is too clumsy as she falls, and you have a hard time grabbing her and avoid falling down. The gynoid bumps into you, and you both fall on the ground. Thanks for catching me. No problem. Have you seen a cellar or a cellar around here? Or maybe a storm shelter? There has to be some underground entrance that we've missed. Yeah, like it seems weird to have like a factory that you can't get inside of, you know? That's a great idea, she says. Come on, there should be one somewhere. You both stand up and walk around the perimeter of the building looking for an entrance. Eventually, you find a large steel door that leads into a pitch-black stairwell. Finally, I knew that there had to be an entrance somewhere. It is still bizarre that a factory would have an underground entrance. I'm starting to think that you may not be that you may not be a family helper bot. Something about your factory seems very off the books, as they say. Yeah, like the idea of having a factory that has like an underground entrance and exit makes it seem like really sketchy. You're right, she says. Okay. Let's hurry through the door and down the stairwell. We need to find somewhere for you to hide. While we are walking down the stairs, Tell me more about yourself. Okay, so let's see what we can learn about her. So far, there isn't like a real conflict happening. We heard a sound earlier, but we don't even know what the sound was. The gynoid nods her head, and you open the door and walk down a spiraling stairwell. I'm not sure what to tell you other than I am only programmed to enjoy myself and find someone to love, she says. That's actually really fascinating. You seem more and more like a real person. I guess like a human would be better to say. If your goal is to find love, I don't know who you are going to find. All the robots around want to kill humans, but you don't seem to want that. All the humans around want to destroy robots, and you definitely don't want that. I think you're best off hiding here. Maybe one day, when the world is better, you can accomplish your mission. Yeah, she seems to be in like a really weird situation. You and your companion have reached the bottom of the stairwell. On the wall is a large red button. This must be it, she says. Before you can stop her, she presses the button. You both hear a loud clank sound from far above you. You look up to investigate the loud clanking sound. Yeah, I wonder what that button does. Did she just start up the factory? Let's see. I guess that must have been the door closing, she says. You notice her back is no longer bleeding. She looks out the window in the basement door. Let's see. I don't know why her back would be bleeding in the first place. She's a robot, so I'm going to get rid of that line. So there's a basement door window. Okay. I'm sorry, but did you close the door on purpose? I know you said that you're looking for love and all. But that doesn't mean that you should trap me here with you. You are an interesting person, or an interesting robot. But I still have a life to live. I need food and water to survive. So I can't just live down here with you. I brought you here so that you could be safe, not to die in a basement. Yeah, because this seems like a death trap situation. I did this to help you, not to end up, being a skeleton down here. You explained to her that you had good intentions and apologized for trapping her. I'm not trapping her anywhere. She just tried to trap me. You try to open the door, but it doesn't budge. It seems to be locked from the inside. I'm so sorry, she says. If you're sorry, then you should help me get out of here. Didn't you think that I'd die if I was trapped here with you? This is a really interesting situation. You hear rapid footsteps coming from above you, then the basement door opening. My dad is gone, you hear your companion say. Did she really think it was going to be that easy? You step forward and grab her by the shoulders. I'm confused. Retry? It seemed like it was going somewhere, but it got weird. I was thinking that you would be able to escape if you tried, she says. If I let you out, you might get angry and try to deactivate me. No, I won't deactivate you. I have no reason to hurt you. I brought you here so that you could be safe. I have needs that you don't have. I need food and water. I can't stay down here forever. Also, your reasoning for trapping me is really weird. Well, I guess I'm not going to say that. But it's interesting the way that she phrased it. Like, I thought that you could just, like, escape. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, if you really wanted to, you could just leave. But I still wanted to trap you. You need water? I have some right here. She pulls out her water bottle and hands it to you. You drink the water. Thanks, you say. I need more than this. More? But there's a river outside, your companion says. A river sounds nice. That still doesn't change that I need food. I can't live down here with you just drinking water. Let's see. We could always go out and get you food, she says. I bet there's a lot of food in the houses near here. You could survive just off the wildlife in this area. Even when the animals are scared off, I could dive into the river and catch fish. Okay, there's actually something really interesting about what she just said. You were surprised to hear that she is waterproof. She seems really adamant about you staying with her. The world is a cruel place. While you're tempted to stay and let the gynoid take care of you, you know what you have to do. You say, if you are constantly going in and out to try and get food and water for me, you're going to become a target to robot hunters. I don't want to endanger you. I came with you into the factory just to make sure that you're safe. I don't want to be the reason why robot hunters essentially find and kill you. So that's like the current conflict, I would say. She wants me to stay because she's trying to find someone to love in a world where really there isn't anyone. But I want to keep her safe, and I know that staying with her will put her in danger. Then what do you want to do, she says. I guess I want to go wander. Excuse me. I didn't really have a plan before. I was just scavenging for parts. You are really the only friend I have. Which is in part why I want to make sure that you're safe. You will be safe if you stay here. I don't want you to follow me. Scavengers and robots are constantly after me. They want to either kill me or steal my food and water. Both are undesirable consequences of interacting with anyone. You can live a carefree life down here until the world gets better. I need to return to the hell that is Earth so that I can, I guess, try my best to survive. There's not much more than that to do. Yeah, like, it seems weird to be in like a post-apocalyptic situation where you're like, I don't really know if there's like hope for the world or whatever. You know, I'm just kind of chilling. The gynoid looks at you with a pained expression. She's clearly struggling to find an answer. Let's see. I know that you are looking for love. Like I said, you'll find it someday. You just need to stay here. One day, the world will be better. Until then, it isn't safe for you to go above ground. Yeah, like I'm trying to just like convince her to stay. Your companion doesn't respond. She merely looks away from you and shuffles her feet. You can tell that she doesn't want to hear the truth right now, but you know that she will understand it all soon enough. Did the door already get opened? I don't think so. I think the door's still closed. Alright. Open the door and let me out. When I leave, you need to stay here. If the world gets better, I'll come back for you. Do we have a deal? I think that's what she needs to hear. I'll likely never return, but I think that'll be what'll allow her to keep a clean conscience letting me go. You wait patiently for your companion to respond. You'd rather not force her to agree, but you're willing to do whatever it takes to survive this hellish world. After a brief moment, she nods her head in agreement. Good. Now, please open the door. Do 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 do. Your companion nods again and presses a button on the wall. The door in front of you opens as you feel fresh air hit your face for the first time in ages. It's only been like a little bit. Yeah, refreshing. Your companion walks over to the door and opens it. I really hope you know what you're doing, or at least that you'll be able to survive. I'll understand if our deal is off if you die. You shake your head in disagreement before stepping outside. It's weird that I would shake my head in disagreement. Let's see. You walk out the door and say, Remember, don't follow me. I'll return when the world is a better place. Assume that I'm fine. And that, yeah, assume that I'm fine. And that I'm just waiting for the world to get better. I've survived this long. So I imagine I'll keep surviving. Believe it. Let's see. You give the gynoid a thumbs up, and you smile as you begin to walk away. Now this is the test. Does she stay behind? Ah, crap. Wait! Your companion yells as she runs towards you with a metal rod in her hands. She grabs you by the collar of your shirt and swings the rod into your face, knocking you out instantly. I'm sorry, but I can't let you leave with my heart. Dang it. This is gonna be like that Stephen King book where a woman like holds a guy hostage in his house and he can't leave and she's like torturing him, and so it's gonna get weird, I think. You wake up and look around. That sucks. Also, that metal rod was, I guess, more useful than I thought it'd be. What the hell? Am I still alive? What the hell did she do to me, you ponder as you sit up? You're in what seems to be an abandoned warehouse, lying on a collapsed table. Gynoid, where are you? Are we still in the factory? This doesn't look like the factory. I likely have a concussion. At least you'd think so, getting hit in the head with a metal bar. I'm in the next room. Come on through, your companion replies. Let's see. You walk into the next room. You have a lot of questions. Or I guess you don't really. You wonder if the gynoid plans to keep you as her prisoner. You're concerned about her obsession with you. You don't know what she's willing to do to keep you from escaping. Yeah, this is actually like a really interesting turn for the story. Instead of trying to get her to the factory so that she can be safe, now I'm being like held captive or whatever. Your companion is waiting for you in the next room. She looks worried as she sees you enter. Are you planning to hold me hostage? Or I guess, are you planning to keep me trapped? We just talked about this before you knocked me out. Like, I honestly don't know what to say. You can't keep me here against my will. You're putting yourself in danger unnecessarily. Yeah, there's like a... Because I'm trying to like talk her out of it. instead of trying to fight her. Your companion begins to tear up and looks away from you. You are surprised that the gynoid can cry. You comfort the gynoid. It was like yeah, it keeps getting weirder. I don't know if I should be afraid of the gynoid trying to like cripple me or something. I'm sorry, okay? I won't keep you prisoner. You can leave whenever you want, the gynoid says, and turns away from you to wipe her eyes. No, don't cry. Let's talk about this. That's fair to say, I suppose, because I'm going to say something along the lines of like, um, I kind of. Oh, well, there we go. So that's part 2 of the previous adventure in a post-apocalyptic world with a cute robot girl. Weird, like really weird premise. Um, and it's odd that there's like no conflict. It's like a story that seems very focused on like me and the robot, or I guess I should say the robot and us getting to know each other in a world that's supposedly out to kill us, but a world that never seems to really interact with us. And now the story's going out of its way to make us like even more isolated. It's trying to like trap us in these situations where we're just kind of forced to talk and interact. And if I try to separate myself from this character, the story will rubber band me back to her. So I feel like if I was to do like a part three will be trying to like legitimately escape and like get away from her and to convince her like, hey, it's better for both of us if we like don't interact because I'm just trying to survive and I want to make sure that you don't get destroyed because you're clearly more than a robot. Like that'd probably be my focus of a part 3. Let me know if I should do a part 3, like if this should be like a whole other series that I do. And thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, 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 ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. If you'd like to propose a scenario for another video, just leave a link to the scenario in the comment section below. Make sure the scenario is safe for work, and make sure to give me a goal for what I like need to achieve within the 30-minute time limit. That way I can speed run it to try and achieve that goal. And I may or may not do the scenarios that are submitted. I always look at them in a case-by-case basis and see whether or not I'd be interested in playing through them. Also, if you guys like AI Dungeon 2 series, definitely make sure you check out Jet Starlight and Xena. That is, Jet Starlight and Xena Fairy Monster Hunters. That is my daily AI Dungeon 2 series, so there's a new episode of that every day. So make sure you check that out. Anyways, this is your friend, your boy, Jet Black the One Only, logging out. Peace. Check it out.